Welcome back. Religion and suicide, they may seem like really an unlikely pair, but some say one's faith can help prevent suicides.
Yeah, continuing our In Focus special reports, discussions of suicide, News 4 Utah's Emily Clark explains how Utah's religious community is working to save lives.
The National Alliance on Mental Illness says religion gives people something to believe in, a sense of structure, and someone to connect with. Research suggests religiosity reduces suicide rates, alcoholism, and drug use. While the religious community can be a source of help, at times they need to know what to do. This is where NAMI hopes to help now.
Suicide is complex, but it's a largely preventable public health problem.
Kim Gardner has been working with the National Alliance on Mental Illness here in Utah for years, and recently working to bridge the gap between religion and mental illness.
Faith communities, whether it's a church or a synagogue or a mosque or wherever, it's where people often go for help, to turn to for support. And if the faith community understands that unique role, we can really change lives.
But to change, religious groups need to know how to make a difference. This past spring, they started the conversation at the Faith Summit.
Engage the faith community and help the faith community understand its unique role in suicide prevention. It was fabulous.
Gardner and other leaders from NAMI gathered religious leaders from across the state. The goal was to talk the reality of mental illness and suicide and how they can be a safe place for people to find help.
That someone in the ward is hurting. Someone is having suicidal thoughts in your ward.
While this project has been in the works for quite some time, earlier this month, leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints encouraged members of the faith to better understand suicide.
There's an old sectarian notion that suicide is a sin and that someone who commits suicide is banished to hell forever. That is totally false.
I was broken and reached the point of no return.
In the videos, people are encouraged to listen and be a resource. And if you are struggling, reach out for help. But the LDS Church is not alone. Crosspoint Church in Taylorsville and Provo talk about suicide from the pulpit and encourage everyone to know it's okay not to be okay. They are striving to be a place where you can be honest about your struggles and know real individual support is available. This is what Kim Gardner says is needed to make a difference: communication and real support, allowing the person who is struggling to feel safe to be vulnerable.
I was the go-to guy. I was the one who helped people solve issues, but I was struggling too. I was struggling pretty mightily.
From that experience, Kim knows what it's like to be in the dark moment, needing help. Help, he says, religious congregations can and should provide.
Be a friend, open your mouth, open your ears, and mostly open your heart. And being willing to go beyond sometimes the prejudice and the stigma and the judgment and be a source of support and hope and faith.
What can we do? What can we do to help those around us? One idea, when asking someone how they are, go deeper. Ask, how is your mood? That takes it to the next level, deeper than just how are you? And as we watch out for each other, we can save each other. Emily Clark, News 4 Utah.